Hello! It's here from Fringe. Long time no see, yes. But I actually have a reason besides me being lazy and procrastinating. I was in my school musical and we were rehearsing like crazy. Like I would get home at 9 and then I'd go to sleep at like 11:30 like for a whole week. But now we are done with that and I'm still staying after school all the time and stuff, but thankfully I have the weekends free for now. But we're working on the spring musical right now, so yeah. But anyway, I'm very sorry that I haven't been able to make Fringe recaps. I'm sure you survived since the episodes have been amazing. Like, oh my gosh, never fails to disappoint. And actually, last night there was an awesome like Fringe live tweet with Jeff Pinkner and Joel Wyman and Jessica Nicole and stuff. And we like trended 3 topics related to Fringe, which was like amazing. But I found it kind of funny that like we've like done all those like Fringe rapid tweet hours and like spent hours and hours just trying to get Fringe to trend, and we did it like 1 out of 3 times, and now we're not even like trying to do anything, and we tried like 3 topics, but still it's amazing. So good job, Cortex fans. The ratings haven't been as good as we hoped, but they're still alright. Don't worry, we're not gonna get canceled because Fringe is amazing, so yeah. Anyway, I should move on to start talking about the episode. So this episode was Subject 13, Season 3, Episode... Oh, I don't know. Damn. Okay, that looks bad. But I'm not gonna stop and redo it again because I always do that. It'll be in the title anyway, so yeah, whatever. Subject 13. It was one of those flashback episodes, but this time it was even like super awesome because, oh, I'm sorry, this strand of hair is being very annoying and I have to keep like brushing it back. It looks really weird. Okay. Oh my gosh. What the hell, man? Freaking hair? Okay. If I do this. Okay. I think it's good for now. Anyway, so it was a flashback episode to when they were little kids, but like Peter and Olivia, they actually meet in this episode, and it's like cuteness overload because they're both so cute and they're both like amazing child actors and stuff, and they're so, oh my gosh. Anyway, and we also have Orla Brady back as Elizabeth Bishop, and she was amazing and super pretty and like dramatic and awesome. And oh my gosh, last night I tweeted her after the episode and I was like, dude, you are brilliant, seriously. And she tweeted me back and she was like, dude, thank you. So that pretty much like made my life. That was awesome. And Jessica Nicole answered my question last night. I asked her if she like has ever cried while watching an episode. She said no, but she's cried while filming them. Yes. Okay. Moving on. So the premise was about like Peter is all like, because he kind of is getting the idea that he's not from this universe. Well, not exactly the universe, but he knows he's not from here, like where he is, and that they're not his real parents. And he's like, "You're not my real mom. You're not my real dad. I don't trust you." And it's sad. And he almost like killed himself because he went on this like sheet of ice thing, and he tied a rope to like a cinder block. And now that I look back, I'm like, where the hell did you get all that stuff? But he left this note that said, "I'm going home." And he, like, broke the cinder block into the ice, and he fell into the water, and, like, Elizabeth was, like, running. She was like, "Peter, no! Peter, no!" And then, like, a badass, she jumps into the water, and then unties it from Peter while he's struggling, and brings him back up. Like, dude, how many of your moms can do that? I mean, moms are awesome, but seriously. Like, jumping into, like, a thing of ice water? Yeah. Crazy stuff on Fringe. Yeah. So anyway, Olivia's a little kid, and her stepfather is hitting her and abusing her and stuff, and Walter kind of knows, and he thinks she's special, and he wants to like try and do tests on her, and so like he tries to find out what triggers her like ability, because she said that she saw a blimp, and like he thinks that she crossed over. So he tries to do this stuff, and then he, like, pulls this, like, trick on her, which I thought was a little way too extreme, because it even scared me, because he was like, okay, I think it's fear, but it's not fear alone, it's like a combination of love and terror, and I don't know how this incorporated love, but, I mean, I guess because it was a fellow kid or whatever, but, like, she was all, like, inside the room thing, and she was playing, and then all of a sudden the lights turn off, and she's like, "Dr. Bishop? Dr. Walter? Dr. Walter?" And and she's like banging on the doors, and then all of a sudden she turns around and the lights turn on and there's this freaking like dead kid there. I mean, he's not really dead. I mean, he's just pretending to be dead, but it was so freaky, like, because it was just like, bah, and she starts screaming and crying, and I was like, oh my gosh, man, like, shit, that was freaking scary. And so then, but it was also cool because when she screamed and then she like stepped back and the fire was like, and yeah, so she kind of set the place aflame, yeah. But then she went missing, and they're like, oh my gosh, where is she? We can't find her. And then Peter sees that she's missing, and then he like looks at her little cubby thing, and he finds the sketchbook, and then he finds a picture of the stepfather, and then he finds the picture of this field of white tulips, so Fringe, I love you, and stuff. And yeah, because before, like, his mom was telling him about like how there aren't many tulips in there. That doesn't really matter. But so he sees the picture, and then he leaves, and then Elizabeth and Walter and everyone is all worried about both of them, and then he finds her in this field and like talks to her, and they're being so adorable and stuff, and then they hold hands, and I was like, destiny, destiny. Yes, it was so cute. Yeah, so he found her because it was like the only drawing that looked happy and stuff, and I was like, oh. But then I'm like, why don't they remember any of this? Like, seriously? But yeah, destined to be another. So anyway, what else happens after that? So they come back, and they're all cool and stuff, and then, so Olivia decides that she has to tell Walter, Peter, whoa, I just had a deja vu. That's weird. Because Peter said that she could trust him if she told him, because she wasn't sure if he'd even do anything if he knew. So then she, like, takes a sketch and she's like, I have to see Walter. Well, I have to see Dr. Walter. And then the lady's like, no, you can't see him. And she rushes into the office. And he's sitting at the desk, and she's like, my stepfather hits me. Please tell him to stop, please. And here, look at the picture. And she gives him the sketchbook. And he looks up at her like, what the fuck? And then suddenly she hears from behind her, and it's Walter, and he's like, Olive, what's wrong? And she looks back at the desk, and there's no one there. Guess what happened? Yeah, that was Walternate. And she gave the sketchbook to Walternate, and Walter was there, and oh my gosh. But then it was like really awesome because she told Walter what happened, and then her stepfather came to pick her up, and he was like, if any harm should come to this girl, because she is very special to me, I won't hesitate to call social services. And he had this whole like badass look on his face, like, bitch, you don't want to mess with me. And yeah, it was really awesome and amazing. I was like, go Walter. Yeah. So that was pretty much the episode, and then at the end, Walter, he has the sketchbook, and he sees the little drawing of Olivia and Peter, and he's like, Elizabeth, I know where our son is. And I was like, oh yeah. Yeah, so it was a pretty amazing episode. Yes, Subject 13. If you haven't seen it, well, if you haven't seen it, why are you watching this? I'm giving the whole thing away. So please watch it. And yeah, okay. I will see you later. Bye.